everyone. So it's day one of South African lockdown, and I've decided to share a lockdown diary, if you will, just to keep everyone motivated and inspired during this difficult time in our country and around the world. Um, and yeah, basically show you how I'm keeping motivated and keeping my body going, because when all this is over, we have to go straight back into rehearsals, and you don't want to go back not having done anything, because that's when injuries happen. So got to stay healthy. It's also good for the mind while you are in lockdown and can't leave the house. So it's day one, always the easiest day. And I believe to keep us all sane, we should stick to our routine, or our normal daily routine, as much as possible. Of course, dancers love their rituals, so to keep that going as much as possible throughout this difficult time. Obviously, you might have to adjust them because we don't have space, as in like a big studio and things like that. So yeah, try to keep them as close to normal as possible if you can. So for example, today I woke up, I had a slow morning, which was really nice. I had breakfast with my husband, and before he disappeared off to his office where he's working, he can work from home, so at least he's not too out of routine. But he locks himself in the office the whole day pretty much. So I have a lot of time to myself, and I can move the furniture around without it bugging him. I can dance around, I can put the music on, and it doesn't bother him, so that's great. So after breakfast I move my lounge around. As you can see, it's all moved around. There's my dogs. So I moved my couches and everything, and I think for class today I'm going to do tomorrow Roko's class that she uploaded, I think, last week sometime. I haven't been doing her classes because I've been doing Angela Milan's. You can follow her on YouTube as well. Also great classes, and she's wonderful. If you're feeling inspired, you can make your own class. There's so much music online these days that you can find a great ballet class album and just go for it and do whatever you want. And maybe you can post it and make people follow you, etc., etc. It's wonderful. There's so many things online these days, especially all the dancers struggling to keep in fit, of course. To get me going in the morning, I believe that obviously to keep to routine as much as possible. So I think wake up, I got into my dance gear, everything, because if you sitting behind a desk all day, you can't just wake up, sit in your PJs and wear. I know you're behind a desk and you probably don't have to do a video call, but it's better, you will be more productive if you get up, shower, change clothes, put work clothes on, maybe, even if that's what you want to do. I think for me, obviously my work clothes are not normal office clothes, but I think for me it's more productive, and it gets me in the mindset really that I'm about to focus and be productive. I put a bit of makeup on because I love makeup, and I set up my workstation. So this is my workstation. There we go. Got my roller, got my shoes, gummy band. There's a dog. Okay, she's not part of my workstation. That's Valley. Meet Valley. That's Valley over there. That's Rocco. And then I also, so after I'm dressed, everything, set up my workstation, I put some music on. I like to start my day with the Beatles. I love the Beatles. They just feel good, and it's a great way to start the day. So I'm all set, and I will, begin my warm-up and do class. I'll chat to you after class. Bye! So I've just finished my class. I think it's important to have something to focus on during your class. I today chose to focus on my arms and the placement of my arms. It's good to do that every now and then. I think also to focus on different your weak spots as well. I mean, like I try to focus on at least one or two things per class to work on and perfect. So nobody's perfect, so we have to keep trying, and repetition and all of that. So it is really good to focus on something each class that you do. Also maybe gives you a little bit more motivation instead of just going through the motions. You're actually concentrating on something. So like I said, today I focused on my arms and arm placements, and I'll continue to do that through my rehearsal, my own rehearsal that I'm going to do now for Act 3, Swan Lake. Very difficult, of course, because I don't have a partner, but I can go through the pas de deux, even if it's just with my arms, maybe go through a few things in the solo. It'll be quite tricky to do stuff here as the floor is quite slippery, so I'll have to see how much I can do. I'll try a couple photos. I've got the space, but I'm not so sure the floor. We'll see. And yeah, throughout the rehearsal, just concentrate on my arms placement, maybe focus on a bit of épaulement and start to find nuances or something in certain movements, and think about why I'm doing those certain movements as Odile, and take it from there and just kind of going through it. I've just I must read through my notes. This is my notebook. I write all my notes from rehearsal and things to remember in this book. I have upgraded. My book before this was not so great, but this is all sparkly. Hashtag Betty. And yeah, so here's my point shoes ready to go on. Here we go. I wear Gain Ormondens. And yeah, I'll catch up with you just now. So just to go back, so I said I was concentrating on arm placement. So a lot of the corrections we were getting before we were told not to come back to work is that a lot of the company keeps, if I face this way, let me face this way. If we're standing side on, a lot of the company uses their arms a bit behind them like that. So we are concentrating and focusing on lifting underneath the arm, keeping the elbow up and bringing it in front of the shoulder. So that's what I mean by placement. Sorry, if anyone wants to play. So that's kind of what I was doing. A lot of dancers, I don't know if you can see from this angle, are a bit like this, behind them, or too high or too low. So it's just important to keep this activated throughout bar, so that when you get into center, everything is there and you don't have to use your arms. So also one of my corrections is that I have to use less arms. So in other words, not letting them go far back behind me to do a pirouette. I only need a little bit, and it's helped a lot with my technique and things like that. So I'm focusing on that a bit, just keeping everything in front of me. I know it sounds really basic, but bad habits creep in all the time, and you just want to make sure that you can rein all those things in and perfect your craft. So that's kind of what I've been doing. And then yeah, so I basically also wanted to show you what I put in my point shoes, because a lot of people are interested in that kind of thing. So I have toe separators. So you can see my toes. Had lots of time, so they've just been, I got to gel them or paint them, so they look really pretty at the moment. They don't normally look like this. So I wear a toe separator in between my big toe, like that. And I wear a little tubey thing that goes on my second toe. I've got bony toes, so it puts a little bit of pressure on the bones, and that can cause corns and things like that. So I like to be comfortable in my shoes. I don't like to have sore toes or anything like that, because then I can't concentrate and I can't do anything properly. So this might be precautionary, but I just have them in every day. It's kind of like a ritual thing, I suppose. And yeah, I always put my left shoe on first, which is kind of strange, but I think a lot of dancers do that. I wear these. These are like dishcloth, I suppose you could call it that. So I put this on because my feet sweat a lot, and you know, again, mittens get quite smelly. So this kind of soaks up the sweat a bit. So put that, and it's extra padding. Like I said, I don't like sore toes, and people can judge me, but I don't care as long as I can do my job properly without pain. And then I put my Gainelman toe cap on. So it's nice and thin, doesn't take up too much room because of all the other stuff I put in my shoe. And my point shoes, which need some help, a little bit of doctoring. I always label my shoes. This is pair number 3 of the year, but I have 5 in here, and a 6th one being sewn. And I use all of them for rehearsals, depending on the day. Sometimes I have to use all of them. Some of them are softer, some of them are harder, depends on what we're performing or rehearsing. Yeah, I wear these nice thick elastics and these ribbons that have so I recycle my ribbons. So if I'm finished with this pair of shoes, I unpick all my ribbons and elastic and sew it on other shoes, just to save money and to save from the company as well. You know, they don't have to pay for so many ribbons, etc., etc. So yeah, that's kind of it. That's how I tie my shoes. Yeah, these look a little bit long, but they have stretched out. I need to cut them shorter. Okay, and then so my ribbons are not normally this long, but I like to fold them when I tuck them, just like that, and then there's not a big bulge underneath the ribbon, so it's nice and soft and smooth. And there we go. So I've just gone through my swan leg. While I roll out my calves, because the floor is quite hard, so jumping on here is probably going to cause some injuries. But if you roll out and you just stretch and massage, I'm hoping that it'll be fine. And then yeah, so while I'm doing that, I'll put on a rehearsal video that Mayna put up of Act 3, so I can watch and take notes of all the notes that she gave in the rehearsal. And yeah, so I'll just cool down, stretch, roll, and yeah, let me know if this is something you're interested in, if there's any questions, if you want to know anything about what I do to stretch, to warm up, and also what you guys would like to hear about. This is on a whim. I'm not sure if it'll take off, but I just had an idea. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. This was day 1 of the South African lockdown, and I'll keep posting every day, and you can go and visit my blog site or my YouTube channel, where everything will be up. And yeah, let me know if you want to know anything, if you want to see more of my day, if I do, because I'll do yoga for my stretching. I use this wonderful app called Down Dog. It's great. And yeah, okay. So just in case you're wondering what I did there, so I have weak glutes. I think most ballet dancers do. And so my focus today was arms in class, but I wanted to do a few like strengthening things for me over the coming weeks. And so today I did 20 minutes of glute focused exercises. If you want to know what I did, just please let me know. And then after that, I did a 20-minute restorative yoga followed by a short meditation. I enjoy doing this because it's a great way to cool down. Um, it makes me feel good, makes me feel grounded, and I just feel calm. And sometimes in times of chaos, it's good to focus on other things and remember what's important and be grateful for what we have. Um, there are a lot of people out there during this time who do not have roofs over their heads, so it's great to put things into perspective. Um, so yeah, that's my day. Now I can move the lounge back, go shower, and tackle something else that I wanted to get done today. It is now time is 1:30. So all that is done, and yeah, I'll check in with you later or tomorrow. Let me know if you enjoyed all of this stuff that I posted. If there's anything you want to find out, just let me know. Okay, bye.